kind of see that it was already weighing. And so I did something that's counterintuitive to women, because we worry about things, money and houses and all that kind of stuff. And I decided that he didn't really need to compete with his self-doubt and my worry at the same time. And that's a lot to carry. So I did something that would be counterintuitive, and I would just say the opposite of what I was feeling until I felt it. Now it's automatic. 17 years in, it's automatic. It's going to be fine. Don't worry. It's okay. It didn't work at that time. It's just good. You're Shedrick. Whatever. You got the Midas touch. Everything's fine. Don't worry about us. We got this. We got you. Whatever. And so as you practice doing that and use the same words privately and publicly to your spouse, you build that muscle. And now it's not fake. It's not anything that I've got to kind of conjure up. It is natural for me to want to build him up, and vice versa. And it's cool. We in here. We ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. And having that vote of confidence is everything. As a man, like when she's supporting you like that, it's like you want to do better. Like you don't want to jeopardize your family. Mm-hmm. Even when you got to make tough decisions, it's never without regard for
absolutely
what could this potentially do mm-hmm. to my family, and that's how you got to really know it need to be God,
mm-hmm.
So I don't want to get too far into it, but we had some situations where God was calling me to a different job, and I didn't do it. Because I didn't want to jeopardize my family for the longest. Mm-hmm. And finally, I didn't have a choice. And it had to happen. And I would say this is the most joyful we've been,
Amen.
I'll probably edit this part out the video. The most financially rewarding experience for me. Anyway, next question.
Super dope. Just ladies know that, if you have a godly man, or even if he's not, he's a man, he is making these decisions with you guys in mind, and to never make him contend with your lack of faith, or your lack of faith in the situation or in him. It goes without saying that you have to be a cheerleader, and that sounds kind of like, ooh, even when you're not feeling it. But words mean something. Think about the words you want to say. If you're not feeling cheerleadery, I made that word up. You like words? I made that up. If you're not feeling cheerleadery, find your voice in that situation, spin it, and speak to your spouse like you are speaking to your spouse. Because men know when you're being fake as well. You're just saying something you don't mean. But really mull over those words. Think about what you want to say, and then build him up the best way you can. Mm-hmm. It will work.
Because I think I posted this on Facebook one day. Once you say something, you can't get those words back.
Absolutely.
You can apologize for them, but you can't never say, I didn't say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so just really, even when husbands dealing with your wives, don't just, you got to really think about what these words would do.
I have a story, but I'm not going to tell it.
Next question.
I will be good. Okay, this is a scenario question. Babe, it says this person has been dating somebody for 3 years and has not met their family, has not been invited to any family gatherings or anything like that. What would you think about a person who doesn't want you to meet their family?
He's either shaming you or he's shaming them.
Wow. I didn't see that one coming. But yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, so you got to find out which one he's ashamed of and do something about it.
Yeah.
Especially if y'all ain't married yet. You ain't got to deal with that.
And they say, why would you continue to date him? There's really a reason to continue to date if once you've gotten the honest answer. Either way. Because I'm like, after 3 years, if somebody's not really being upfront, then they don't intend to move forward. I think that when you just know somebody, somebody is for you. You don't. I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, I feel like you just jump in, and not meeting his family after 3 years is a long time. So, yeah, there is a lot of questions that need to be asked. There are a lot of questions that need to be asked. All right, last question. Did I say the last one was the last question? We are racing towards this Sunday nap, y'all. Pray for Shedrick. He's been playing music all morning. Anyway, gender roles in the home. It's very generic, very broad. But how would you define our gender roles, and how do we avoid interfering with those roles? Let me jump in. Okay. So initially when we first got married, we were married in the late 90s. And we're still very young, and we were still trying to see how all this stuff fits together. The funny thing is, we never really want to be traditional in those gender roles. Even funnier yet is how we gravitate towards them now that we have the children. And especially even before the kids, I feel like some things were kind of okay, we're just going to do this. Because I wasn't getting out there doing nothing with that car or the yard. And, you do cooking stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I know I wasn't taking the car to the automotive place. That was going to be him sitting to get an oil change or whatever. But gender roles for me become very distinctive when you're raising children. They come up with these scenarios or problems that happen. And for an example, with my oldest child is a son. He's my baby boy. I always have to defer to Shedrick on decisions that I'm thinking about making or things I've told him. I'm telling him from a mom's perspective, but only Shedrick knows how to grow up as a fella, a little guy, into a man. And so I have to really be honest about, I don't really know. I told him X, Y, Z, but I don't really know. Will you, talk to him about whatever? And just being, I avoid interfering by knowing that I'll never have a male perspective because I'm not a male. And so I should keep my mouth shut about things I don't really know, and then ask my husband. So, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I think that was good. I was about running out of words.
He only got about 12 words a day.
I think I ran out on about 2 questions ago. I'm just making up stuff now. So.
Getting sleepy. Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll leave you now. This came out longer than we thought, so we may have to break it up. I know we're going to break it up because he's saying, he's, the marketing guru here. He knows that you guys are not going to watch no video if it says 30 minutes on that thing. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we're going to find a way to kind of smash it down and condense it. And I hope we've answered your questions. I hope you get a little bit of insight. Specifically, if you're in a marriage right now and you're having struggles that we all have, I want you to hear that we all have them. You're not alone. Call somebody, text me, inbox me. If I don't have any answers, I'll, pray. Praying is a great tool. But I don't want you to feel like you're the only one or the only people who struggle in their marriage. Everybody does. When you're trying to get 2 personalities to act as one, you're going to have some struggles. And the enemy's going to fight you every step of the way. So my prayer today is that you don't quit. We're just 17 years in. I know, a lot of people are like, well, what do they know? We know what we know at this point. And I just want to encourage you to not quit, and we'll all just hang in there together and encourage one another as we walk through this. Amen? Amen. Peace. Want a heart that forgives.